Hey, Miss McGinnis, and boys and girls. Glad to see y'all back in the field again. We've been hard at it planting peanuts for about a week. Probably got the rest of this week to go, 4 or 5 more days. I was just about to fill my planter up. Can y'all take a guess how many acres I plant before I have to refill?
And you don't need no ticket.
I can usually get 6.5 acres, and then I have to fill up again. So we're going to put some seed in and see if we can get them in the ground.
Hello, my name is Jay Wisby. I attend at Woodville Academy. My question is today is what season does peanuts grow in? Thank you.
What he asked, boys and girls, was what season do you plant peanuts? Well, you'll plant late spring when the ground starts to warm up. It's got to be a certain temperature. You want to get her up around 60 degrees or better. And they'll grow during the summer, and we'll harvest them in the fall. They're not cold tolerant. They won't grow in the winter, and the frost to kill them, so you have to do it in the summertime. All right, that's a good question. We got another one sent in. Let's see what we got here. Oh,
How long does it take you to plant all those peanuts, Mr. Bucky?
all right, we got Josh, and what he asked is how long does it take to plant all these peanuts? Well, we'll have 950 acres, and it'll take us almost 2 weeks. We took off Mother's Day and didn't work, and we got 2 planters running, and they're 6 rows, and so with the 2 of us going, we'll do 120 or 30 acres a day, and depending on what kind of day you have, everything. Some days you break down, some days you don't. But for the most part, it'll take us about 10 days, almost 2 weeks. That's a good question. All right, well, Josh sent us 2 questions.
One more question. How many acres is your farm?
All right, well, what he wants to know is how many acres we farm altogether. Well, we have about 3,000 acres row crop, which is your corn and peanuts and soybeans and wheat, and about 800 acres of pecan trees. So we're right around 3,800 acres is what we got. We also have 80 bred heifers, which is girl cows that never had babies, and they're bred now. They'll have babies this coming early winter, and about 400 acres of pasture that they live on. That's a good question.
People get ready. There's a train a-coming. Don't need no baggage. You just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels howling, because you don't need no ticket. You just thank the Lord. Yeah.
Hey, did y'all know that what I'm doing out here, planting peanuts and growing peanuts, has something in common with Ford Motor Company? You know, Ford Motor Company, that they build the F-150s and Mustangs. Well, Henry Ford, who started that, you know, can y'all guess what we have in common together? Boys and girls, here's an interesting story about peanuts. Miss Martha Berry, who started Berry College up in Rome, Georgia in the early 1900s, she didn't have much, and the kids that went there didn't have much, and they all worked. They had a farm, worked to pay their way into school. Well, she was always on a budget and tight for money. Well, one day one of her students brought an old newspaper clipping in that told of Henry Ford donating money to different organizations, people. Or he started Ford Motor Company, and by then he had a lot of money. Well, she sat down and wrote him a letter, asking for help financially to help her with the school. Well, by the time he got her letter, everybody in the brother was asking for money, and he was probably tired of it. So he sent her a dime, just one dime, and that might have hurt my feelings, but instead she took that dime and bought peanut seed. And her and her students, they planted the peanuts, and they grew them and harvested them. And when she took her peanuts and sold them, she had $1,500. Well, instead of keeping that money, she sat down and wrote a check out to Mr. Ford and mailed it to him, along with a letter saying this was the dividend of his 10-cent investment into the college. Well, I'm sure that surprised him. So he caught the first train he could to Georgia, came to meet Miss Berry and took a look at the school and saw the children working there at the school. And when he left her with $3 million that he gave her, and she didn't have to worry about money or ask him for money anymore. She was financially in good state. But that's just an interesting story about what somebody did with peanuts, and that's also a lesson in that instead of getting discouraged and bitter about someone not giving you exactly what you wanted, she was thankful for what she got and made something out of it. So that's pretty interesting. So you see, boys and girls, times are hard now, but they were hard then. And she took that dime and made something out of it. Instead of getting discouraged and beat, she took something and made it. And you can do that. We can all do that. You need to set goals for yourself that you can't reach without becoming that person that can reach them. Don't let other people put limits on you. And you know what? You can do it because I believe in you. I know you can.
Ready for the train to Jordan, picking up passengers coast to coast. Faith is the key. Open the door and boredom. Oh, there's hope for all among those love the most. Yes, people get ready. There's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage. You just get on